Hello, friends. So, what is the meaning of existence? It's a big question, and my answer is not going to be the ultimate answer. Please put a comment if you have another idea of what is the meaning of existence. I'm going to approach this kind of from a non-duality, Advaita Vedanta point of view. We can look at one term for the ultimate reality, for Brahman, is Sat-Chit-Ananda, so existence, consciousness, and bliss. And I've heard Swami Robert call this bliss the locus of value. So the everything that has value is this. We consider Sat-Chit-Ananda to be you, that Atman, yourself, is Brahman. So you are the ultimate reality, and you are consciousness, existence, consciousness, and bliss, or being, knowing, and truth, love, goodness, etc. And this is part of you. This is, if we look at what your experience of the world is, first, you have to say you can't deny that you exist. Secondly, you're conscious. And thirdly, if you look at, but what is this consciousness? You see that there's value here, there's meaning here. And it is, every time you want something or appreciate something, this is coming from you. There is nothing in the object itself. If you eat a piece of cake that you really love and you enjoy it, but then if you eat 3 cakes or 4 cakes, 5 cakes, you eventually dislike it and start to hate it. So clearly the pleasure or the value is coming from you, not actually coming from the object itself. Now, so the existentialist said that there's no value in the world and you impose value, but this is a bit different. It's not like there is no value. Everything is made of value. Fundamentally, what reality is value. Everything has some sort of value to it. If you try to see, we talk about value, but it could be something negative, a lack of value, but still it's all revolving around value of different types. I mean, the ultimate, the bliss itself is filtered through our different senses and the way we interact with the world. So we have love coming through emotions, and beauty coming from our senses, and beautiful tastes and beautiful sounds, beautiful sights, and you have truth coming from the mind, and goodness as well. So this value, this ananda, is refracted through this prism into all of these different ways that the mind can appreciate this in the world. And every time you want something, it's that you really want. What you really want is, when you're looking for things, is God, because God is the only thing that can truly satisfy you. People come to this search sometimes because they're very unhappy, but sometimes because they've tried everything and nothing gives them satisfaction, because the satisfaction isn't out there, it's in you. Now, so I remember, when you're a little kid, you fall in love, and for the first time, and you think everything's going to be perfect, and that person seems so perfect for you, and you imagine together it'll fix everything, and the meaning of life will be complete. But this thing that you want is, or other things that people want, is just a search for God. It's a search for this value that we are separated from. When we feel separate from when we are the separate self, the fractured, vulnerable self. So this connection to this value and an understanding where the value is, rather than being confused that it's in the objects of awareness, rather than being in awareness itself. This is what causes all the struggles, well, and also all the development in the world. This value, this meaning that is behind everything. Now, in other, we would say that this meaning is in you and God is you, because within non-duality and within mystical forms of dualistic religions also, there's a union with God. Because if God was separate from you, he would be limited, or she would be limited by the amount that you are. So you must be God, and not only part of God. In Advaita Vedanta, you're considered to be wholly God, and nothing else exists other than you, this thing. Now they have in other spiritual traditions, there are other ways to search for meaning. The purpose of life is, we have the search for God, connecting to God. Then we have enlightenment. Some people say that the goal of life is enlightenment. Some people say that this is a dream and you're God and you're pretending to be in this dream. And then when you wake up, you have enlightenment. You realize it's a dream, and so you can enjoy it and play your role perfectly and just enjoy what's going on, rather than more like playing a game very well, rather than feeling very threatened in the situation. So this, in this meaning that we have is really what is the fundamental reality. I mean, if we look at this value, and the value that we perceive in something, it's not even, doesn't even come from us as a separate subject. Robert Pirsig wrote this book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, and he wrote about quality. And in the book, he's a teacher of rhetoric, and so he teaches the students how to write well, and they analyze texts, and he shows that the value isn't in the text. As I said before with the food, if you eat too much of a very great something that you really enjoy, this very same piece of food will become horrible to you, repulsive. And so the value isn't in the object, and the value wasn't in the subject according to his analysis either, because there was some sort of continuity, some sort of shared idea of which texts were good that he would show to his students. So he decided that the value, the quality, is actually something that's preconceptual, that's there before the split into subject and object. So the value is the first thing that there is. Now, just like in a dream, when in a dream you see something like a car, your eyes aren't actually working in the dream. Your eyes are just a dream eyes, okay? So there's no light in the dream either. It's the light reflecting on the car, that's all part of the dream. So nothing works in the dream. The car is seen in the dream. It's known because it's you, and you know it perfectly because you are the dream. You see it. There is this dualistic separation that's created. It appears like it's dualistic, but in fact it's known from the inside. And that's the same with this quality. So quality is something that's known even before you are the subject that knows it. So here there is a quality, and it could be a high quality or a low quality. It could be refracted as love or as disgust, or refracted and filtered, and to become all these different things that we experience. And then from this base of reality, we have this subject and object is created, and then after that, the whole world is created, all based on this quality, this Ananda that everything's made of. This Ananda that's known from the inside is you, yourself. That is conscious itself. Like in the dream, the car is conscious because it's you, and that's how you see it, because it's conscious. In the same way, the Ananda is conscious. It's a conscious Ananda. It's a conscious bliss, a conscious meaning, which in itself is aware, and it exists. So that's why Sat-Chit-Ananda together is the ultimate reality. They're not three separate things. It's what you actually are. You are the value of the world. You are the salt of the earth, as they say. So I hope that was interesting. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.